You didn't respond until I called your name, kitten. I guess this hunter's professional skills are also on vacation.
Sylus, what are you doing here?
Onakindness's Outstanding Employee Conference just ended. I thought I could walk around.
I had no idea Onikainis had such a convention. Did you win Boss of the Year award?
Oh, I receive it every year. There's no doubt about that.
No wonder you look pleased with yourself. Should I give you an award too?
Which one? Best Card Game Player Award or Best Timely Rescue Award?
How about the Hunters Association Most Wanted Award?
You're too kind. It's all in a day's work.
Confidence is good, but you'd better be careful. Next year, this hunter will catch you sooner or later. The winter wind fails to wipe away the smirk from Silas's face. However, it succeeds in making me shiver and frown. It's so cold.
Why the long face? Here, I'll boost your KPI.
What?
You don't need to wait until next year. The winner for the Most Wanted Award is right in front of you, sweetie.
Yes, he is. Wrapped in his warm coat, I look up, hug Silas's waist, and smile. My cutie pies. I won't let this chance go to waste then. Leader of Onikainis, you're under arrest. Silas lowers his head and rubs my nose. The mirth in his eyes is reflected by the lively neon lights.
Well, you've arrested me. Looks like we'll be spending the holidays together.
In other words, you'll go where I go for the next few days.
It works the other way around, too.
In his arms, I stand on my tiptoes and look at the tree of reminiscence. You know, Lincoln is hosting the Touring in Love, right?
I heard a bit.
He turns my head back to face him.
Do you want me to go with you?
Of course she does. Of course I do. Do I have another choice?
You don't. A lot of people will be at the event. Aren't you afraid I'll sneak away when there's a crowd?
I grab Silas's hand, intertwine our fingers, and squeeze. Does this work?
I guess I can't run away now.
After I wake up from my nap, I notice Silas isn't around. I eventually find him in the base tool room. Mephisto is standing on a nearby perch. He tilts his head to look at the object in Silas's hands. Silas, what are you doing?
Taking care of Mephisto.
Seeing me walk in, Silas puts the item in the drawer. He pats Mephisto's head. The mechanical crow flies out while making a lot of noise. Have Luke and Kieran been busy lately?
Do you need them?
I just feel like Onikainis has been quiet these days. You really did give the twins a vacation, huh?
They didn't sign up to be slaves to Onakindness. Not to mention, I didn't give myself the title of Boss of the Year. Meanwhile, your Hunter's Watch hasn't beeped recently. Are you bored?
A little.
My home has a lot of things to keep you preoccupied. What would you like to play? I'll join you.
I thought Silas would mock me and say I was childish for wanting to play hide and seek. Instead, he quickly agreed, even no questions asked. I hide in the wardrobe, but Silas doesn't immediately find me. When I get more and more impatient, I see him walk into the bedroom.
Not under the couch, I see. Behind the curtains, maybe? Not under the bed either.
Through the gap in the wardrobe's door, I watch him slowly walk around in his search. Then he approaches the wardrobe.
Oh, right. I almost forgot to check the living room.
You've got to be kidding me. He turns as if to leave the room. I quickly open the wardrobe and pull him in.
I was wondering why I couldn't find you. There you are, kitten.
Your acting has gotten worse. Didn't you already know I was here?
I said I'd play with you. Of course I had to give you a run for your money.
A beam of light sneaks in through the gap of the wardrobe's door. In this dimly lit space, I sense the smile on Sylus's lips.
Or did you actually want me to find you?
But hide and seek became a stand in a wardrobe. I didn't want to pretend I'm one of your suits.
Really? I wonder if you're feeling a sense of deja vu.
We subconsciously look at each other's wrist.
It's a pity your colleague isn't here this time.
Someone always wants to appear in front of my colleagues. I wonder why.
I mean, someone always wants to keep her distance from me when there are other people.
I thought staying away from dangerous people was common sense, and before we had to rely on this to get closer. I take his hand. After resonating with him, the energy linkage wraps itself around our wrists like a small, nimble snake.
This is unnecessary.
Sylus slightly moves his fingers and the linkage instantly disappears. He presses himself against my back.
We're close enough without it.
I love them so much. Oh my god, we got him in his gym outfit? Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna go insane. Didn't you say you'd only use one hand? Wasn't someone bluffing earlier, or rather, who got lazy after a vacation? Panting, I used my gloved hand to poke Onikainis' leader, who's lying under me. The sweat on his chest gleams. Breathing heavily, Sylus relaxes his body.
Me. I surrender.
In that case, you can't say no to making dinner.
You put in all that effort to win just for this? Sometimes I can't tell which is stronger. Your desire to win, or your obsession with food.
My obsession with food, sorry. Nonsense! I just wanted to see if your cooking skills improved. Sylus props his arm behind his head and looks at me. He's not in a hurry to get up.
All right.
Maybe it's because of the vacation. Why else would he be so amiable? I tried, chat. Is he singing? Oh, he is. The sweet aroma reaches my nose as I walk into the kitchen after a shower. Sylus is putting icing on some cupcakes. I tiptoe behind him, but before I can poke his waist, he catches my hand.
You still haven't changed your habit of using
Oh,
sneak
that was a
attacks
throwback
as
to one of
greetings,
his
huh?
memories. I glance at the cupcake that's covered in icing. I pick it up. I didn't expect you to be making cupcakes. Do you need some help?
Your hair isn't dry yet. Do you need some help with that?
Yes. The damp ends of my hair brush against my cheek and his warm breath touches my ear. Drying my hair can wait. Can you let go of me first?
Yeah. No. Unless...
Oh my god. Hello? Phone? Hi, can you work? I'm touching it, chat. I promise I am. It's not working. There we go. Before he can finish, I scoop up some icing and smear it on his nose. Taking advantage of Silas's momentary surprise, I run out of the kitchen with the cupcake. She's so me. Silas catches me when I'm climbing the stairs to the second floor. Holding his hand that's tickling my waist, I laugh and struggle as he presses me against the steps. It tickles! Let go! My cupcake is about to fall!
Your escape route wasn't well thought out.
Freaking cuties. What if I say my escape was just a diversion?
Oh, so you were playing hard to get.
Amusement fills Silas's eyes and there's still icing on his face. It's probably the festive mood that makes me think he's cute right now. Can you let me stand up? You're heavy.
You're gonna use the same trick twice?
Although he said those words, Silas gets up and helps me stand. But as soon as our fingers touch, he suddenly picks me up. He's carrying me over his shoulder. Ah! Why do you always pick me up without warning?
You get your cupcake, I get mine.
You think I won't write "Spare me here, hero" on your back with icing?
Go ahead. I don't mind taking another shower.
You're so flirty in this. I love it. I hold my legs as I kick and he carries me upstairs.
I hope you don't mind either.
He holds my legs as I kick and he carries me upstairs. That's what that said. I'm so sorry, chat. In case you're new here, I'm dyslexic, so I struggle reading a little bit. I apologize. Tonight, Silas invites me to participate in a charity event at Lincoln Museum. After the ceremony, the ball ends up being extremely lively. He's wearing my favorite outfit. You didn't get that rare Wanderer crystal you just donated from the black market, right?
I killed it before dinner.
He's spouting nonsense again. Enjoying my speechless expression, Silas laughs and guides me into a dance. The hem of my dress is raised by an arc, and he leans in.
Miss, you shouldn't assume I'm someone who only breaks the law. Sometimes I'm a kind person. Maybe I'll donate a building to your association tomorrow.
Someone taps the microphone and the music abruptly stops. We, along with the other guests in the ballroom, pause.
Thank you for attending the event. Lincoln Museum relies on the support of every sector in the city. On behalf of the museum, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of our distinguished guests. We'd also like to give a special thanks to Mr. Sylus and his friend for their support.
When the host acknowledges Silas and me, the guests applause and gaze follow suit.
Please, look over here.
I'm about to let go of his arm when Silas discreetly keeps me close.
Don't hide, sweetie. The Wanderer crystal was donated with the name Sylus and his friend.
Aww.
It's from the Ignis worm we saw at the Oasis.
We leave the ballroom. Silas and I wander through the museum. It's late and the exhibition area is almost empty. In an inconspicuous display case, there's a mural fragment.
It's from the depths of the desert's oasis. No one can figure out how old it is. After restoration, we can discern a female warrior gripping a sword with both hands. She is in the midst of slaying a monster with horns and wings.
A female warrior fighting a horned monster, but based on the pose, it's hard to tell if she's pulling out the sword or stabbing it into its chest. Stop. Not the myth reference, please. Stop.
Who would pull out a sword to save a monster?
Why are you judging by only appearances, Mr. Sylus? A scary face doesn't always mean they're a villain. For example, there's one right in front of me who's...
Who's what, sweetie?
a kind person. The kind who donates buildings. I grab his arm. There's not much else to see here. Shall we go back now?
Wait.
What do you want? Oh, wow. What do you want to do? Some more philanthropy? Sylus steps back and gestures as if to formally invite me to a dance.
We were interrupted earlier. Now, I'm a lucky gentleman who gets to dance with this fair lady.
Aww. Wait.
We already watched 3 movies in a row.
Then let's call it a day and give Mephi a break. Mephisto turns off his crow eye projector. Relieved, he flies away. I stretch and walk to the window. Sylus and I had planned to play Pile It Up, but a snowstorm changed our plans shortly after we left. The road conditions were terrible, so we went to one of his nearby apartments. Wow, that's a lot of snow. The evening's orange glow spills a warm light over the silvery white streets, making people and cars look like tiny moving dots.
It probably won't stop tonight.
How are you so sure?
I also know the roads are slippery, and driving on them would be dangerous. It's getting late. I don't exactly see things clearly at night, sweetie.
You said nothing but flimsy lies. However, the underlying message is loud and clear. The car we drove here isn't out of gas, is it?
Could be.
So it seems the best option we have is staying here for tonight?
It's your call.
If we lay bare what we both know, it might spoil the night. Then, to thank the host for his generous hospitality, I trace a finger over the dust on the windowsill. Let's do a thorough cleaning. Sylus, I can't reach this spot. He stops wiping the table and walks over to lift me.
How about now?
Perfect. Hold still.
Where should these wine glasses go?
How about the wine cabinet? Second shelf. Once everything is tidied up, it's already dark outside. The room is so warm that it makes me sleepy. The bed slightly sinks as Sylus sits on the mattress. This place looks small, but even with the 2 of us cleaning, it felt like a full workout.
Feel free to call me next time you need to exercise. We'll help each other out. It's a win-win situation.
Your intentions are so loud, they've chased away my sleepiness. How will you compensate me?
I see you're raising the price.
Since he doesn't object to this, I pick up a beautifully bound but noticeably yellow poetry book and hand it to him. I found this while cleaning. Why don't you read it to me?
You found a good sleep aid.
Come on. Chop chop. I've wrapped up in my blanket like a caterpillar and look at him. I reveal an earnest expression.
We part and meet again and again. Heavy hearts with little laid bare. The weight in my chest is hard to name, while your doubts fill the air. In this fleeting moment, freedom's wings are bound. And that moment has long since vanished, never to be found. Like lightning that strikes and is gone in a breath. Like fine snow falling to a river, meeting its death. Like light pouring over the tide, only to be swallowed where shadows hide.
The poetry flows like music with his deep voice. It's like I'm listening to an old instrument played by time, and beautiful chords are produced. I snuggle up against Sylus, my heavy eyelids droop, and the places where our skin touches are warm.
How can I witness and hold such beauty once more? If I were to bury my heart within your sweet lips. Did you fall asleep?
Before finishing the poem, Sylus notices that the one by his side has already fallen asleep on his arm. He closes the book with one hand and carefully moves her into a comfortable sleeping position.
Good night.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love them so much. Okay, there's one more thing we can do, chat. Not sure how to spin today? Leave it to me. What is this? Many beautifully colored gems and precious jewelry lie scattered on the soft, thick carpet. Sylus and I have been sitting here all afternoon. Whenever he tells a story about one of his treasures, Mephisto proudly picks it up to show me. What about this gem?
I don't remember. I probably got it when I conquered some planet.
Is this some kind of space joke? It might be clever, but it's not really funny.
Looks like I need to find the time to expand my collection. Otherwise, I won't have any stories to tell next time you want to see my treasures.
But there's so many... Wow. But there are so many of them. Don't you have a favorite? Sylus's long fingers glide over his treasures.
I like them all.
Of course he does. Oh, come on. Out of all of these, isn't there one that stands out as the most precious?
My most precious treasure, huh?
He lifts his gaze to meet mine, seeming to ponder it, but he doesn't give me a straight answer. Huh? It's a notification from the official account for Fun and Lincoln.
Oh. I almost forgot there's a light show tonight for the Touring in Love finale.
He shows me his phone, which has the preview of tonight's light show. Why are you even following it?
Just doing a little homework.
Sylus and I arrive at Azure Square in the evening. The Touring in Love event itself is bustling and impressive. Tonight's light show will serve as its grand finale. It's cold and windy right now. Sylus buys a cup of hot chocolate from a roadside stall and hands it to me.
Here.
I look up and freeze after saying one word. The misty cloud of our breaths blurs his sharp features, and his eyes behind the veil are as clear as beautiful gemstones. It's at that moment I suddenly remember he didn't answer my question from earlier. What is his most precious treasure?
Did the cold leave you dumbfounded?
Distant and clear, his voice comes through the misty cloud. I quickly look away and take a sip of my hot chocolate.
Give me your hand.
I only had one sip. Now you're saying I can't drink it anymore? He takes my hand and places a delicate, beautiful bottle in it. It looks like an echo bottle from the Tree of Reminiscence, but it's so exquisite that I can't help but admire it. Did you make this?
I had some time to kill these past few days, so I made it for fun.
Then when I saw you here that night, you were...
Really, kitten? You actually thought I came for a stroll?
holding the echo bottle he made for me. I feel like invisible hands are cradling my heart. Well, you're very cunning.
Do you like it? If you don't...
He holds out his hand. Seriously? How can you take back something you gave away? I hold back a smile and grab Silas's outstretched hand. Standing on my tiptoes, I press the cold bottle against his face.
Do you dislike it?
I didn't say that.
Then say you like it.
I love it. With Silas holding my hands from behind, we hang the echo bottle he made on a branch together. It's beautiful, but why does it only have one memory note?
If I put all of them in, the bottle won't be big enough.
Then it's better to keep them here. I gently poke his forehead, but before I can pull my hand back, Silas takes it. He presses it against his chest.
I prefer to keep them here.
The steady heartbeat under my palm is the greatest proof of our time together. I look into Silas's eyes again.
You look like you have something to say. Aren't you going to ask me about my answer to your question from this afternoon?
Nope. Even if you don't tell me, I know.
You're a smart cookie.
Because someone doesn't even try to hide it. He wears his heart on his sleeve. The music in the square suddenly becomes more upbeat. The crowd cheers as the light show begins. Amidst the dazzling lights, we return to the viewing area where we gaze at the sparkling tree of reminiscence and its memory-filled echo bottles. As the wind passes by, countless illuminated tokens of love swirl inside the bottles, ringing softly like chimes. If one person's memories aren't enough, let two hearts meet and intertwine. Their memories will blend and overlap again and again. They will keep merging until they become one, inseparable and forever. Silas, I really enjoyed this vacation.
Do you like it enough that you're to the point where you want it to last forever?
Yes.
Instead of making promises too soon, I'd rather leave the future up to our future selves.
Then around this time next year, do you want to be with me again? Silas slowly finds my hand. He slips his fingers between mine, fitting perfectly as he holds on tight.
Yes, I do.
Oh. I love them so much. Okay, let's put the... Oh, we got a text message too? Everything we bought at the market has been delivered to Onikainis. Do you want to pick them up yourself, or should I have someone deliver them to you? Open them for me. Why don't you just open them all for me? That way you can savor the joy of unwrapping gifts. I'd rather unwrap something that you gave me than open your things. There's a box with my and Mephisto's names on it. He already opened it. 2 roughs, one large and one small. I was going to buy one for you, but then I saw Mephi give me puppy dog eyes, and then I thought we should all wear matching outfits. Then why didn't you get one for yourself? I ordered one for you. Wait until it arrives on your doorstep. Our conversation about the roughs reminded me of all the fun we had when we were at that festival. But now it's over and I'm a little sad. There's no need to feel that way. Festivals are concentrated sources of happiness, while everyday life is happiness given out in doses. When you're with me, your life won't be boring anytime soon. Ah! He's so poetic. I adore him so much. Okay, where can I put this? I can't wait for the expansion on this, chat. Because I just want to put my books there, too. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Alright. Well, alrighty, that was Sylus's event story. I hope you all enjoyed. I am also planning on...
The oranges disappeared from the table. Really? You don't know? But your fingers smell just like them.
I'm also planning on going through Zane's event story and doing a whole video on that too, since Zane is my other love interest in this game, and he has been since I started playing January 18th, 2024. So stay tuned for that video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me about your favorite boy. I want to know everything. I want to find my people. I adore the Love and Deepspace girlies. I adore this community a whole lot. And yeah, it's been really hard to find you all. So please comment. It would mean a lot. Thank you again for watching. Bye. Oh, wait. I'm also live on Twitch. Basically, every Wednesday through Sunday, I go live around 3 p.m. Central Time. Sometimes I even go live later. It just kind of depends on how the day's going. I usually post on Threads or Discord or Blue Sky when I go live. Or I'll post on my Instagram story as well. This Wednesday, January 22nd, we will be watching and reacting and going through the main story on Love and Deepspace for Caleb's storyline. So please drop in, say hello. I would love to meet all of you and chit-chat and yap and talk about lads. Alright. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye!